Okay, great. So good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Awesome. All right, so who here likes math today? Raise your hand. Anyone? Oh, I see a few hands. I see a few hands over there. And do any of you know what the butterfly effect is? Maybe? Yes? All right. So basically, the butterfly effect, for those of you who don't know, is when a minor change in input can cause such a huge change in the outcome. And so the famous mathematician, Edward Lorenz, described this in an example where the formation of a hurricane was contingent upon a butterfly flapping its wings just a few weeks earlier, over 1,000 miles away. And isn't that just amazing? To think of a butterfly, just a tiny living organism, able to change and alter the outcome of a huge weather event. And so if a butterfly flapping its wings could really alter the outcome of a hurricane, then think about what one action could do to inspire youth and perhaps even change the world. Especially when you multiply that action by the thousands and thousands of other youth that you're going to inspire and also take action. But today, I'm not here to talk about butterflies or math. Today, I'm here to talk about how one action can change the world. How I was inspired by one action by someone else, which changed my life, and how the lives of thousands of others are changed every single day by the different actions people take. And what's so ironic is that I've actually never been able to meet this person face to face, that person who was able to change my life. And I was in grade 4 at the time. I was on a class trip to Toronto to see all the city landmarks. It was pretty fun. And as I was walking near the Eaton Centre, I came across a few signs that looked pretty weird. And no, they didn't catch my attention because they looked so nice, but it was actually a really weird message. I remember one of them saying, "Homeless sleeping, quiet." Another had said, "Please have change ready for the homeless." And soon enough, I learned the story behind these signs. They were actually created by an activist by the name of Mark Day, who was trying to raise awareness to the issue of homelessness in the city of Toronto. And as I learned about this story behind the signs, I wanted to know what I could do as an 8-year-old in my community to really affect this issue of homelessness. And so this opportunity for me came about a year later in a contest called the Meaning of Home. So the Meaning of Home essay contest challenges students in grades 4 to 6 from across Canada to write an essay about what the word home meant to them. And I was super honored and excited to have won the second place award and have $5,000 donated in my name to Habitat for Humanity in the New York region. So you see, and that was me really small at the time. Obviously that changed. But you see that just one action that was taken by Mark Day to raise awareness to the issue of homelessness in the city of Toronto had inspired me to take action as well in my community by just writing that essay. And now $5,000 was donated to Habitat for Humanity in New York region to help fight this issue of homelessness. And so, a few months after this contest, I was introduced to a friend of mine by the name of Craig Hilbert. And at the age of 12, while Craig was reading an article in the newspaper in the Toronto Star, he learned about a boy by the name of Iqbal Masih. Now, Iqbal was sold into slavery at the age of just 4 years old, just to repay the family debt. At the age of 12, he was killed, shot and killed by the carpet mafia for speaking out against child exploitation, but his death captured the world's conscience. After Craig was finished reading that story about Iqbal, a dream was born and a movement had begun. Iqbal was able to inspire Craig to take a single action and become in this journey where he invited 11 of his friends to start the organization Free the Children. Craig didn't know that 20 years later, he would be inspiring more than 1.7 million youth in over 45 different countries to also take their own individual actions in their communities and also help build schools, healthcare centers, clean water projects, and alternative income projects overseas. You see the difference that is being made by Craig just taking that first action more than 20 years ago. And now children and their families in many developing countries around the world are getting benefits from these projects. And so after learning about Free the Children, I wanted to know what I could do, maybe as a young kid, what I could do to help. And so after learning more and more about Free the Children, I decided to take part in their volunteering trips overseas. And so for the past 4 years, I've been able to go on volunteering trips to China, India, Kenya, and Ecuador, and see how Free the Children was really making a difference in these communities through their programming, as well as have the opportunity to join other youth to build schools and healthcare centers. And in 2012, I had the opportunity to go to the village of Jujin de Torres in Ecuador. And with our group of 24 volunteers, I know it looks really sunny right now, but we had to constantly battle the varying weather. It would rain, and there would be unrelenting winds. And after the first week of building, we had to face the real possibility that our school just wouldn't be finished on time. Because as it just kept on raining, we couldn't build, and we were in the Andes Mountains region, and so it was super hard to help construct this school. And we felt really down about it. But fortunately for us, the next day, we saw the village chief, as well as many local men, women, and children on the build site. And we were wondering what they were doing there, because all of a sudden they would pick up their tools and help start building the school with us. And we realized that we were witnessing something called a minga, which is an Ecuadorian tradition where the locals would come together to help support a common cause. And this was where my belief in the butterfly effect was reaffirmed. These people came together to contribute their own individual actions, along with us. We came over from Canada to help overseas, but they also came to help build this school. And together, we were affecting change. But again, you don't need to go overseas to make a difference. You can make a difference right here at home. That single action that was taken by Mark Day was able to inspire a generation to make a difference, just here in this community. He was able to inspire me and hundreds of others to look into the issue of homelessness and see how we could fight that issue. Now, it might seem scary to be taking that action, especially when you think that you single-handedly have to change this world. But I can guarantee that if each and every single one of us here today decided to take one simple action, we would undoubtedly inspire and empower others to make a difference. So maybe while you're on your commute downtown, the next time you're commuting to Toronto, and you see a homeless person on the street, offer a coffee, maybe a sandwich, or even some small talk. Collect canned goods for the local food bank, because there are still hundreds of thousands of Canadians every single day going to bed hungry. On your next birthday, host a birthday fundraiser, and collect donations for your favorite charity instead of presents for yourself. These are just 3 of the many different actions that you can take to help change the world for the better. And so as you continue to be inspired today by the many different talks that are to come, and whenever you have a free moment, make sure to pull out your phones and tell the world how you plan on taking today's inspiration into action. Include the hashtag Pledges for Change in your tweet or post, because for every commitment you make to take action, the organization Pledges for Change will donate $1 to charity to match your commitment. Because we believe that together, we can make a positive impact, and together, we can redefine what is possible. You don't need to be the smartest person in the world, and you don't need to shoulder the entire responsibility of saving the world on your own shoulders. All you need to have is the passion to make that first step and take that positive impact. Because with one action, we can make a difference in this world. And we can change this world for the better. Thanks, guys.